Hey guys, Michael here, R&D Tech at Verus Engineering, and today we're going to be dropping the transmission in our GR86 to show you guys just how simple it is. We've already gotten started removing the battery. While we're at it, we're going to install one of our forged clutch forks. So right now I've removed the battery because we're going to be working with the starter. That's a hot wire all the time, so you need to remove that for safety. Other than that, there's a couple wires and bell housing bolts you need to undo from the top. And we're going to do that right now. If you have one of our AOS systems, this hose that runs to the intake manifold under here, we had ours tied to this harness above the starter. So you're going to have to either remove it from here or the intake manifold and fold it up out of the way to be able to move this out of the way to get to the starter bolts.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
So this right here is the starter. It's going to be on the passenger side. There's going to be one ground connection and then just this 12mm nut. Pinch and pull. Boom. So at this point, you've got everything disconnected on top. One bolt for the starter, the nut and ground for the starter, two electrical connectors, a ground. Everything else is going to be done under the car, and we're going to have to remove some under panels to get to those. So we're going to lift the car up right now. So under here, we have our flat bottom panels here. You're going to have to remove these because this middle section of exhaust needs to come down, as well as this fabric splash shield. So we're going to remove this first. After you've got your flat bottom panels, if you got them off, you're going to remove this fabric section next. You may have to loosen a couple of these 12mm to the engine splash shield to get this removed, but otherwise it's all 10mm. Oh, this one's dead. So much for that. It just turned into a brick. Death of Milwaukee. Ooh. So now, this bar is actually going to be in the way to get this exhaust down. So we're going to pull the engine splash shield. It's just a couple 12mm and some plastic clips. So we're going to do that now. So on the bottom, there's actually a lot of room once this exhaust is out to get all of the bell housing bolts down here. So you're gonna have 2 nuts. Those studs are actually gonna stay in the motor, and then 4 bolts, 2 on each side. So now we have all of our bell housing bolts out. We're gonna move our way back. We're gonna leave this rear mount in and work on getting the drive shaft out. So there's gonna be 2 bolts for the center carrier bearing and then 4 bolts at the rear. You're gonna wanna make sure that your handbrake's not on so you can spin this drive shaft over. So the actual balance of your drive shaft is paired to your rear end. So to make sure that doesn't get messed up, you want to make sure the drive shaft goes on the same way you take it off. So you just mark the pinion and mark the drive shaft so it goes back on the same way we take it out. Cleaning up the mess. You'll make sure you have a way to catch your trans fluid that comes out of that tail housing. I just happened to set the drive shaft in the way and it got a little grease action. So before we take this tail section mount out, you're going to want to support the transmission in some way, whether that be a floor jack or a pole jack like I am. Or if you have a transmission jack, you can get up in here and do it that way. But we're just going to muscle it out. Power setting.
No, it's leaking anyway. We're getting the shift linkage off the transmission. Be able to potentially pull that out. We'll find out. Does it have enough give? Move the shifter. There you go. All right, sweet. Uh-oh. But we gotta go back. Is something caught? No?
I don't think so.
All right. Painful. All right, cool.
All right, so this is the transmission out of the car. Manuals are pretty light, but you're gonna lose some fluid as you come down with it. You can either disassemble the shifter from in the car or do what we did. Everything was under the car. Right here, there's gonna be 2 pins. One of them looks like this. The other side is gonna be the exact same. And it comes in here like that. And it's gonna look like that in the car. So you push this up and around. See here? Up and around. And then you're gonna get a pry bar or something to pry the transmission away from the body and pull it out. And repeat that process on the other side. And then your linkage is actually gonna stay up in the car. And then at the actual shifter, it's gonna come down here. There's gonna be a rubber boot over this. So you push the rubber boot back, it's gonna show this pin here. It's gonna have a washer on it and then a snap ring on the end. So you take the snap ring off, washer off, and then push this to the side to disengage it from the actual shifter in the car. Everything else will stay up in the car, and this is what you should be left with. So changing this throwout bearing is just held in with a couple clips on the side. So you just pull them towards you and disengage that. Just like that. Don't lose these. You have to reuse them. Repeat the process on the other side. With this off, you have two options. You can either replace it with an OEM one off of our website, or we also offer a upgraded one from Battle Garage. While you're in here, you may as well change it. So one of those two options are available on the website, and do it now while you're putting in your clutch fork. Caveat to that, our car has like 1,000 miles on it, so we're gonna reuse ours. So you're gonna take off this rubber plug from the top, and you need to disengage the actual fork from the pivot ball in there. So you're just gonna grab a little screwdriver and pull it up and out from the sides. Pull off this factory pivot ball here. So this is our upgraded pivot ball. Get some clean grease actually. So you're applying the grease on all the friction points. So one there where the ball's gonna be, and then I like to do some right where the throwout bearing likes to ride as well. So we got our clip from the factory one, put it down here in the slot, and put these in the holes on the sides just like the OEM one.
Overhead.
Do our clips. At this point, you've got your new upgraded pivot ball and clutch fork on. You may or may not have upgraded your throwout bearing. Make sure all your clips are in place and get this rubber seal put back on the clutch fork and throw it all back in. Just to time this up out of the way so it's not dangling.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, 0.
I gotta switch my hand.
Yep.
All right, I'm ready.
Over. There we go.
Okay, ready?
Oh, barely.
All right,
Safety nuts.
thank you.
I tighten down this one just to get the transmission set flat. Then I need to pull it back out, put our ground back on.